Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today while I share with you some of the things I'm going to be making in my latest journal. This is a little golden book one, and this is the first time I've used my cinch machine, and I did do it off camera because I wasn't sure how it would go. So good on you, Nat, for doing it in front of the camera. So because the punching was really easy, it was just doing the working out which way around for the binding to go so it opened up properly. I've got a feeling it's the wrong way around, but hey, it works because everything opens, and it's possibly a little wrong, like I said, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Because I've got a feeling this bit here should be the other way around, if you know what I mean. So like these bits here should be this side, and these bits should be that way. Anyway, I've done it. So this is this little story called I Can Fly. It's a bit worn around the edges, so I'm sure whether I'll put some rickrack there or some lace. I'm just not 100% sure what I'll put there, whether I'll just leave it. I have cleaned it a little bit. So this was a copyright in 1951 and renewed in 1979. So the whole story is in there, and I've just added some photocopy paper, which I have already decorated with some stenciling. This is the inside of a tissue that I've put on the back of a card front. Some paper. An envelope which I thought matched with the colours. Got this little pocket there, and of course I didn't allow for the thing, so I just have to cut there. So I did do this for most of the drama, so I missed this one. Okay, so I've added a word sunshine there using the same paper as before. I think it's going to come up, so I'm going to stick that down a bit more. Highlighted the L on this second-hand paper. This is a pattern. The reason I chose this pattern is got this really cute little girl images I thought fitted with the story, and I've created a pocket with the pattern, so I've got that in there, and I've put the edges around with washi tape. So some colouring in learning activities, more of the envelope. This is a book. I had this in a book that I've had for ages, so I've just put it in there. So I've got it to practice my handwriting, not that I'd actually do it. So this is from a colouring in book, and I probably should have kept the whole page and folded it over, but I didn't. I cut it in half, which on reflection I probably should have kept the whole page together, but never mind. Learn by doing, but looks fine the way it is, hopefully. So just another pocket I've created here with some photocopy paper, some music paper, some all that tartan paper, not tartan, I would call it plaid paper, check paper. So just try to choose colours that sort of match the story, and I've chose two little diggy birds because the story is I can fly, so I just thought the birds would add to relate to flying. Not that the whole story is about flying, but it's about what this little girl. And I chose, there's the front of the little sewing pattern again. I chose it because of the cute little girls that I thought matched the story quite nicely. There's that second hand of the half of that paper, and it looks fine, but I think I should have just left it the way, because the purple sort of matches the tones of the colours of the journal. I used two envelopes altogether. These big envelopes that I got recently in a haul. So just kept on doing things that I thought were colourful to match the colours of the story. And there's some more fairies. Again, the colours I thought sort of were reminiscent of what was in the story. There's another pocket with the same pattern that I've had before, with the little girls on it. Envelope. I'm getting towards the end now, and there's the back of the pattern. Oh, that's right, that's the back of the pattern. So there's just the one page, the back of the pattern that I had before. So there's another word, says sunshine. And the back of the story is I Can Fly. So hopefully, see what I mean? I think that, see, it does go, but just catches here. So I think it should have been the other way around. But I've already done it once, I'm not going to do it again. I'll think about it. If I do it again, I'm not going to do it today. Whether I'll have time to finish it before we go away, I don't know. So today we're just going to create some journaling cards to go in these pockets that I've created, if I can find one. It's probably nowhere to be found. Just, so hopefully it's big enough. Yes. So put that to one side for the moment. Just use some. Okay, so I've taken this other book apart. The reason why I took this book apart was because it must have been a printing error, because look, see how the images are doubled twice. I thought I can't really use that story because the images are not clear. There's about a few pages where the images are like that and it looks a bit odd, looks a bit weird. So I'm just going to use, yeah, I can't see anything wrong with just using those two particular people on there the way it is, because I quite like them. Whether do I want anything else on there, I don't know. So look at some pattern. Story, maybe. Some book pages which I didn't get out. Of course not. Let's have a look. Maybe we could just use the whole lot and just use part of the story here. See how the image is doubled. Yeah, I think that might work. I just want to make sure I've got the children in the middle of the image, in the middle of the card. Just put that there. It does look a bit odd. Could just do this one here about the flying. We could do that. So I'm just going to use some glue. There's the back of that paper again. It's got that sort of double image. Whether that's supposed to be like that, I don't really know. It's just, I think, a printing error, personally. But the images fit in nicely with the whole story that I've got going. So I hope you're all well, and I would like to say a special shout out and thank you to Emily of Silver Mist Crafts, and I'll put her link below, and Karen of Crafty Karen for sharing some things that they bought from me from my Etsy shop and giving me the most really heartwarming, oh, I can't even talk about it, feeling I'm welling up already, really heartwarming, overwhelmingly positive, lovely sentiments that really touched my heart. And I would like to say thank you, Emily, and thank you, Karen, for all the lovely praise you gave me, and for doing videos of the things that you bought from my shop. I was a bit overwhelmed with the two of you doing that, so thank you very, very much. So I quite like the way it is. I'm not going to do a lot other. I think I just would like to just leave it the way it is. I'm not going to see. I've got a hole where I've cut the papers from the journal and make sure they fit. I should have taken should have taken it off, but there we go. So anyway, I'm going to put Karen and Emily's links below, and check out their channels. It'll be lovely, and see what they create. I'm going to use a what do you call them? Corn runners. It's going to keep coming up. I just know it is. I think I'm going to use masking tape because that's going to annoy me. Something really bad. I should have done this before. That's better. That's better. Use a corn round on this big journaling card. I like the fact that it's got the Golden Book logo on it. I think that sort of is in keeping with the story. Needs some edging. What colour do you think? Green, yellow, blue. Oh, let's use blue. Oh, excuse me, I've just dropped something. Oh, goodness me. Right, let's try again. Blue. Let's press it blue. Some broken china. It's probably the wrong blue, but it's alright because of the colour of the paper sort of tones it down a bit. I think the edging is just going to give it a bit of definition, but I was just sometimes I go to Aldi, sometimes they sell books and things like that cheap, so I was in there the other day, last week, and they had a mini sewing machine. What's it called? Can't think. Anyway, so I thought, oh, $30. That's pretty cheap. Even if it doesn't do a lot of things, I would be great for doing some sewing around my journaling cards. So after doing some research, there was mixed reception. Some people said it was really good, other people said it was hopeless, it kept on jamming. Anyway, I brought it home. I went back the next day and got it, and I have done some sewing, as you can see, not very straight, because I am not a sewer. I've only ever done sewing machine once in my life, and that was for about a couple of months when I was at a country school. The home economics teacher was running some classes, and I was my mid-20s, and up until then I'd never touched a sewing machine, and I haven't touched a sewing machine since. So this is my first effort with this little mini sewing machine that I bought from Aldi for $30, and it's I've done a few tags now, so did that one. Yeah, I did that one. So I've done a few. Some of them are just I've done this one. As you can see, it's not very straight. I'm hoping that I'll improve with practice. So is there another one for me to show you? No, not really. Oh, I have done some other ones, I can't see them at the top of my head. Anyway, I had fun learning to do that. But it's because it's such a tiny mini machine, trying to find it, I can't see the hole, the eye of the needle at all. Even when using the little threader thing, it's just a bit of a struggle. I can't see it. Basically, it's by feel rather than by seeing. I can't see it. So I think that'll be perfect to go in my journal now. Go in there just nicely. I might actually put a tab on that with my tab punch that I have. Let's have a look. Perhaps I can use some of this old. I'll use this maybe. The story's called Hi Ho 3 in a Row because it's about three things all the time. But like I said, it's. When I had a look at them thinking, oh, I can't really make a story out of that because it's all blurry. to put on the edge like that. So that'd be good. It's got red on it though. Do you want red? Oh, why not? Because it's red in the story. Bit of colour. Doesn't matter, it's not the same story. No, not really. On the back. Probably should have used something a bit more, a bit stiffer, maybe. Oops, what have I got that's stiffer? Nearby, a bit of card. Should have used that first, just to give it a bit of robustness. Is such a word as robustness? Oops, the whole thing's moved now. Ooh, dropping everything here. Glue that. Pop that off with my glue rubber. Before I end up with glue everywhere. So I might leave that. I might sew around that. Not tomorrow because we're bringing our granddaughter here. Usually my husband goes down to their place on the Wednesday, but we're bringing her up here tomorrow for change. So she likes to make craft and make and things like that, so I usually clear my table off and make sure nothing sharp is there for her to hurt herself on. So I'll just leave that out and think about it doing another day. So I've got another piece of card here. Very boring, I know, but I think they're fun. I might do this way. Yes, I like it that way because you fit these wonderful girls on there. You put her up a little bit higher so that her feet are on there. Mind you, didn't cut her out very well, did I? Not very straight. Doesn't matter? No. Should we use a bit of tissue paper from your pattern? Or some more of the story? Oh, I could have used that for the tabs. I still might go back and do that. Fussy, Kay, fussy. I've got more of the story left. Which of the boys do you know? Dorcas is back and you tell which of the three is which. There's a story about the cats and story. Janie is song, you're singing a song. Which one is the red photo? Who's building with blocks? Mary Peter song. There's a bit of text there. We'll just use this one. About the singing. About the singing. Why not? But like I said, I didn't cut her out very straight, did I? So I'll have to see how I go. I'll have to trim her feet off. Now, normally I don't do big journaling cards like that, but you know, why waste a perfectly good image like that, which just suits the story perfectly. I quite often just do a collage for a big element, but I think this is perfectly fine just to use these lovely big images like that. Oh, it's stuck now. I'll make sure there's the edge of the story there, what's going to come off. Just a bit about the singing. And I might put some decoration here on this side as well. So cut this off. Oh, it's not very interesting really, is it? Just a stick, glue, cut. But I just wanted to show you, because this is what I did with my first gold book journal. I actually had two of the same story, A Home for a Bunny, and I just used the second journal to make tags and things like that for the journal that I made the gold book from. But that last one I actually just didn't have the cinch machine, so I think that I might just find something there to go on there as well. Might do the corner rounds on this one too. Oops. And some ink. Those we use the same colour for continuity. Besides, up there in the sky, I could do a bit of blue there. Just a little bit. And a tag for this one. Thing is, if I put a tag, I think it's going to be too big. I can't put it in like that anyway because it's just too big. I don't want it sticking out. It's too big to stick out. It's sticking out too far. I could trim it, but I just could trim it, I suppose. Make it a smaller one. What do you think? Oh, I quite like the big tag. Did I do the standing on that? Did I do standing? Yeah, I did do put ink on the tab. Let's do ink on this side. Just need something. What am I going to put there, Kate? Just need something here because it's a bit it's not meeting very well over here. So let's have a look. I've got some. This is also from the same book that I've got here, the same book that I've cut up. I could just use this pattern from the number from the pattern. Oh, let's do that. Size 3. Just be careful with it. It's just so delicate and so old. So I haven't thrown much in the way of scraps away. I've just got them all sitting here just in case I want to use them like this one here. I'm just going to put that there. That's perfect. Looks really well. Make sure it's stuck down and a bit stuck. Where's my knife? Just want to make sure it's stuck. Just a little, it's just there. It's not. I could put a bit of the washi tape to sort of I don't know. Thin bit. That looks alright. Maybe I could do the other bit up here, just to sort of get a bit of balance. Here's the third bit now though. maybe a bit here. Don't know. So look. No. Need something else though. I might put a bit of lace there or something. One good thing about washi tape is it comes up really easily, so I just find you need to find something for a tag. For a tab, I should say. See if we'll just look through the other side and make sure I've got it there. And the other one. I'm going to use a bit of cardboard again just to help it with its firmness, rigidity. Washi tape here. I suppose I could really have punched the tab out of the card, but didn't even think of that. Duh. Okay, get with it. You know, sometimes you just don't think of something, the obvious. You just don't think of the obvious, and then you think, no, why don't I do it that way? Make it work for yourself. I don't know. And a little bit of that is really bothering me, that one. I want to have to just use this one after all. Oh dear. And another one. Whoop. Yeah, sometimes it I've got this and this cinch from asking on this pre-loved craft Facebook group that I belong to. Just said, has anybody got something? And they've, you know, I'm not getting it for free. I did pay for both of them, but I think that they've worked out to be really good buys. I'm really happy now that I've actually asked people if they had. Sometimes people don't think they want to get rid of it until somebody says, have you got this? And you think, oh, I don't actually really use that. I'll get rid of it. That's better. It's more like it. Do you find that sometimes you think, oh, I'll hang on to it and hang on to it, and somebody says, have you got this? And you think, oh, yes, I do have that, and I don't really actually use it. I may as well get rid of it. I mean, obviously you don't get what you paid for it, but no point sitting around the house not being used. Anyway, so there's my 2 journaling cards that I've made just from using book pages from another thing, and I'm just going to have to think about what I'm going to do for this bit here. It's just bothering me really badly, so I just don't know whether I'll just put washi tape all the way along it or not. Oh, I've got another one of these, haven't I? Could use that. No, that doesn't go. Anyway, I'll think about what I'm going to put there and fiddle around. And this very short video, I just wanted to show you that I actually done this cinching machine. I just think that I think I've done it wrong. I really do think I've done it wrong. I think it should be the other way around. And if you're the expert in one of these things and you know that I've done it the wrong way, let me know, please. Oh, I just figured if it was working it would be alright, but I've just got a feeling this should be around the other side. I don't really have another example around to have a look at. I'll have to think, see if we can find something. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, and I'm not too sure how many other videos I'll be able to get done. I might be able to do some on the road. We're still home at this stage, but we will go soon, and we'll see how we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bye bye. That didn't last long today. I just thought I'd just quickly give you what I've done so far off camera. Put some of this thick, what do I do with it? Thick twine. I don't know what else to call it. Ribbon, sort of on the. I don't know, it's not ribbon. It's sort of like material, sort of like rick-rack on the side of the book. And I just added a few things, and while I'm doing this I just wanted to also say, I forgot to say thank you very much to Nat Williams as well for her really helpful advice, which was really excellent. So I've put a little tag in there, some second-hand things from here in an envelope, just made a little diary type thing, and I've just stapled it in there. Didn't have put a little paper clip with a tassel on it so it was easy to pull out. And I also want to say thank you also very much to all the people that have subscribed to me lately, and to all my long-term subscribers. Thank you very much for all your support. It's really lovely of you. And I think that's all I want to say about the thank yous. Those two for the flashcards, and a card that I've made that I thought it would go nicely. Got a whole basket full of things I made using up stuff in my stash lately, so put that in there. And what else have I done today? One more thing, I think, yes. I know you saw that. I did. And one more thing, is that it? Oh yes, here. Just put a little old card which I thought would fit it into the sort of era book, and just popped it in there. I was umming and ahhing about covering over the writing, but I thought no, I'll just leave it, because otherwise I didn't want to spoil it. But that's all I've done today. I just wanted to hop back on to say thank you to Nat and all my subscribers, and also to Emily again, and to Karen again. Thank you so much for all of your support. I'm just overwhelmed with everybody's kind comments. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.